life for Los Angeles City firefighters on alert, 24 hours a day, prepared for disaster, waiting for the next big one to hit, which could be more powerful than the 94 Northridge or the 71 Sylmar earthquakes. Also, ready to come to the rescue at any moment, bravely facing everything from explosions, brush fires, and wild weather, plus an array of emergency medical calls. In many of these situations, it's a matter of life or death. But the big question is, are you prepared? Well, there is one team that is, and it's called CERT, the Community Emergency Response Team, a group of local heroes stepping in and stepping up, willing to make the sacrifice during disasters to volunteer and help our LA City fire heroes and you.
Throughout all of the disasters in Los Angeles, if I were to sum it up of what our CERT team members do the best, it's logistics. Whatever need that person, themselves, their families, that neighborhood, or the fire department needs or is having trouble fulfilling, those CERT team members can apply themselves. So in their neighborhood, it might be recon. How much disaster is in your area? What's the overall damage?
So after an earthquake or other major disaster, what we teach them is if you're at home, start by checking out your home and your family first. Assess the damage at your home. If everybody's okay, go out into your neighborhood, connect with the other CERT trained members, and you guys can start your assessment of your neighborhood. For a brush fire, what we teach the CERT members is just preparedness in their neighborhood, how to do brush clearance around their home, make sure they're safe for a brush fire.
We are heading up Zoo Drive, just on the north side of Griffith Park, and we are doing a fire patrol. We are patrolling this road to make sure that there are no fires burning. We're patrolling this road to make sure that there's nothing going on that shouldn't be going on, like illegal fires being set, use of fireworks, or cooking fires. So this is what we do on a very regular basis.
The call-out team are elite members of CERT who've had more training than the average citizen.
The recent incidents I have been a part of include the Sylmar fire. I believe that was 2018. I've been part of the Skirball fire, Sepulveda fire, and a few fires here and there. So it's been a number of incidents over the years and a lot of smaller incidents that we cover as part of the LAFD CERT call-out team. What we do is we set up the base camps or help set up those base camps. We man the stations for food, for logistics. We transported personnel to and from different scenes, all kinds of support. And in terms of the food runs, we feed everybody who's there, whether they're LA City, LA County, Angeles National Forest, even the camp crews from the various jails in the area. We serve all of those people in some way with our support on scene.
Big earthquake happens. First thing you do, take care of yourself, take care of your family. You do not self-deploy, but once we get the call, especially on the call-out team, so we head to our staging area. We have boxes, a lot of us have boxes, caches of medical supplies, radios, administrative files and folders, pens, things that will help us. So we start a staging area and a radio. So we're really not the guys that we're not those awesome dudes that actually go in the building. We're sort of a reserve unit. We do special services. So we'll do firefighter hydration and rehab.
Chin and Scott, two of our very vital members and have been with the program for some time. Chin, Scott's newer to our call-out team. However, not new to this area or other. You gotta understand that most of our members of the CERT team are organic. They're from this area. Provides a great resource. Their knowledge of the areas, their knowledge of the demographics, the knowledge of the geographics, the knowledge of who they are to the community. A lot of people recognize them and know that they're a valuable resource.
You can take this class for the knowledge and the experience and the know-how to take care of your family, your neighbors, your community in time of a disaster. The other thing is if you want to do all that, but you also want to become a volunteer with the CERT unit, you can be a volunteer. So you can take our 17.5-hour course. You can go through some FEMA courses online, and you can go through our background check.
So I'm one of 8 instructors, and I'm the only one that teaches in Spanish to the Spanish community here in Los Angeles, because we have a large population of Spanish-speaking people. And so I go out in the public, I teach them how to better prepare themselves for earthquakes, how to have a fire extinguisher when they need one, food and water, and all those types of things. And they also can share that with their family and their neighbors and be better prepared as a civilian here in Los Angeles.
Well, now we're traveling from East LA over the 6th Street Bridge with a veteran instructor who has nothing but praise for the volunteers and the impact they have on the department.
If we have an earthquake, all fire services are going to be used up within minutes. To where the more people that we can get trained, they're actually CERT volunteers. They come out and they help us. I mean, even downtown, just recently we had a large structure fire downtown, and they have the hydration units that come out there and help. But again, anything that they come across, we've given them the training so they can actually do something. And they do a lot of good for us. And we have people that are on standby just waiting for anything to happen to give us a hand. So I think that's amazing all by itself.
Who wants to go first? Me. I have to go get it right there.
Here at the City of LA Bureau of Street Services, employees are facing flames, learning how to put them out.
Good. Checklist. And we said, you know what? We're going to go ahead, we're going to actually put out this fire.
They're always on the road. They always are driving by incidents, right? Just like the fire department, we're always on the road. We always respond to incidents.
Somebody call 911!
With the street services, if they see a fire that's as big as a trash can and they have a fire extinguisher, they can go ahead and call 911 and then put that fire out. So then by the time that we get there, the fire's already out, and then we can just check for extensions, or depending on where that fire is located, we can check if it's gone to any adjacent buildings or anything like that.
We learned how to shut off the gas, how to have 5 gallons of water per person in the house and per animal. All those things. If there is like a big earthquake or a big emergency, I'm a landscape architect, pretty useless. I would be handing out water or food. That's how I would be a first responder. But as a citizen, you never know when you're going to be the first person at the scene and need to know what you're doing. And so I think the training is good for everyone.
Now, do we aim at the top of the flames, or where do we aim? The seat of the fire, right? We're trying to...
This face-to-face encounter with fire got this crowd roaring.
I literally said, okay, how am I going to act in case of an emergency? I'm going to yell it out. I'm not going to speak it out. So I did react exactly like if I was in the situation. So I put myself there, like if I was actually, thankfully not a real fire, but if it was a real fire.
What I got out is also call the fire department prior to your trying to extinguish. I didn't really remember that, and sometimes in the heat of battle, let's say, you can't get that out. So you do got to call the fire department first, and definitely let somebody know there's a fire.
At the end of the day, CERT is all about preparedness, people helping people, and our LAFD heroes. It makes our brave firefighters who risk their lives every day very proud.